One of y'all fold it.
All right, we're in. Hello and welcome to another installment of the Sess Video Show. Now he's fucking locked out this week.
Yeah, I ain't even.
He can't go live. And I'm not even going live because sometimes you gotta make that shit exclusive. So we just gonna talk shit just like this. You know what I'm saying? Or should I go live? Think I should go live?
Yeah, give me your phone, man. Set your phone up. Something. Yeah, dog, you gotta do something. Somebody phone. Yeah, it says hook your phone up, man.
Listen, man.
I'm ready to send everybody up to you.
Yes, welcome to the Sets Video Show. I got an interesting topic. What was that topic you were just saying, Nadi? You just said something, and I said we should start the show with that.
I don't remember.
You said.
We can't.
Oh yeah, you said like it's like it's cool to be a baby mom or a baby daddy nowadays. You said you was watching something, and the dude announced that he had 3 baby mamas, and everybody clapped like it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is some bullshit.
It really is.
What was he talking about before you just saying all that?
Oh, he was on a game show and he was like, they're like, what you gonna do with your money? And he was like, I got 4 kids or something, he said.
So that's why they was clapping.
And he said,
because he gonna get the money to the kids or something.
Right, but
so
it's just the
fact.
fact.
It seemed like it was cool that he just.
But they didn't say
he
nothing.
had those kids and everybody just started clapping. And it ain't wild.
But it's still the fact that they applauded it. They ain't was
because
like, they ain't had no
money
joke.
and give it to the kids. He could say, I'm gonna buy a new car. I'm gonna this and that. No, he said I'm going to pass off.
You missing my point.
No, I ain't. Cause y'all was about to make that a whole something that wasn't even that.
This motherfucker said he got 3 baby moms on national TV. When there was a time, you wasn't even allowed to say nothing like that.
When was that?
About 10 years, no more than 10, about 15 years ago, maybe 20.
So they had, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yo, this is mad. We can't go live to blood clot. Madness are going, you know.
Wow. You may be.
Let me see your thing, man.
You may be shit out of luck, bro. I just reset something on my phone and I cannot even connect right now. Now on a live thing, it's not connecting. All right, well, I hear you, Deej, but that's not what I was grabbing out of it. I was taking out of what he was saying, like it's cool to be a baby mama, baby daddy nowadays. That's what I was digging up out of that.
But that's not what it was.
Well, no, not with what the show he was talking about. No, not with what he saw. But the point that he was trying to present to me at the time was that.
It not work. Yo. Unbelievable. Facebook gonna suck your mother. Yo, I black me. Me play music, everybody listen to. I get tell me say me can't play music and post it. Chabamba one. Gonna suck your mother, dog. Some bullshit, yo.
And listen. All right, so we're in there. I done burned up some talk time. I'm just trying to figure out how to work this shit. So, all right, yeah. So, yeah. So I guess you don't want to talk about that. So we move on to something else. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks. And yeah, I'm a Star Wars junkie. So I'll find Star Wars books or other topics and stuff. And I've been listening to The Alchemist lately. And I just started listening to this book today called 1984. Now I've heard about it before, but I've never read the book or anything. And I was listening to it, and it's a real interesting book. I think if you're a reader, You should get your hands on this book. 1984. You should get your hands on this book. It talks about certain things. First off, the book was written in 1948, and it talks about certain stuff that is taking place now in America. How the government is, how the system is being run, how things are going, and it's just interesting when you see how things are set up. It's just interesting. I think everybody should get their hands on that book and check it out. 1984, and also The Alchemist. If you haven't read that. I heard Will Smith talking about that, and I'm a Will Smith fan. I am. And I said, let me check this book out, because Will said it was live. And I went and checked it out. I listened to it again on Audibles. I listened to it, the audiobook of it, and I loved it. I loved it. Yeah. I like it so much, I listen to it from time to time. I listen
That's
to it
the
over
one
and
you
over.
told me to listen to.
The Alchemist,
the one with the river, with the eyes looking in the river, and say your eyes is pretty or something like that, make them young. I forget that story. It was a while ago.
Yeah, close, but yeah.
Yeah. I forget. It was something, man.
Yeah, I have to mention those, though, man. For those who are not into it, you can go to YouTube and find these books up there for free. You just type in 1984 audiobook or The Alchemist audiobook, or just type in audiobooks and look at what they have. You can find males reading the book, females reading the book. Some people put on like a whole little audio show. You can hear the animals and whatever else going on in it. Some people just read you the book outright, whatever you like. I mean, but yeah, you want to check those books out. So I got a topic that I want to hit on.
Cool. I'm live on Instagram now.
So,
well, I go on Instagram.
Cable TV. Do you remember cable TV?
Yeah,
you old enough to remember when cable TV first came out, I should say? Well, got big like that, I should say, because cable TV been out since the 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But do you remember cable TV when, like, Prism and all that started taking off?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
All right. Do you remember the premise that cable TV was sold on?
The premise? Like
the
what?
idea of cable TV.
Like what?
Of pay TV.
They were trying to make you pay. Oh, yeah, when you have regular TV, and now they want to make you pay for cable TV.
Because
respect.
I remember when cable TV first came out. Cable
like
TV was sold. Cable TV was sold mostly on sex, right?
Yeah, but it was like late night.
Right. No. In the 80s, you can get sex any time of the day. You might not remember that.
Pay-per-view.
No, pay-per-view. Wasn't no pay-per-view then. It was just Prism.
Yeah, because
and
Cinemax gets started from the sex shit.
It was Prism.
Cinemax, and HBO.
It wasn't
Prism
HBO.
Prism was the name of the cable company, like Comcast, but it was Prism.
Yeah, Prism was the company.
Prism was a channel.
Y'all know about this shit?
Listen, Prism was. I'm about to go there right now.
I don't remember the name of the cable company, but I know Prism was a channel.
Prism wasn't a channel.
It was a company. It was a company and a channel.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it was a company and a channel, but I know Prism was like the main. It was like Comcast.
No, it wasn't.
Prism was like Comcast, yo.
Right.
I don't remember that.
But they had a station that Prism was the movie channel too. Like that's where you go for the movies. It started off as a company/movie channel.
Well, that's what I remember. I remember Prism, and you can get all kinds of stuff. And I was a little kid at the time, but I remember one of the big selling points around the adults around me is that they was talking about you can get sex whenever. Yeah. And once when I was a kid, a friend of mine's grandma had left, and we was all in his house, so we turned on the cable box. And they was looking, and it was sex. Yeah, they had the cable box back then too. It was sex. It was raw sex. Pull it down. Now it comes down.
Okay. I ain't wanna. Oh, this way.
Yeah. So basically what I'm getting at is the game has changed. The cable companies, the TV companies are fucking us.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, think about it. They sold you pay TV on the premise that you could watch adult things without being censored. You could just watch shit. You can go to the movie, like how you go to the movies, you see a movie. If it's cuss words in there, if it's pussy in there, you get to just hear the cuss words and see the pussy.
Right.
That's how they sold cable. And that's what made cable popular. People like the idea of coming home. The movie that was in the theaters a month or two ago, or 3 or 4 months ago, is now on TV in your living room. You can watch it in your living room.
That was the craze. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Now, people also enjoyed the fact that because it was private, you had access to sex. I remember when there used to be hardcore sex on cable.
This is out.
Yeah,
They show you the motion before you can just see a long view of them humping.
Yo.
Now you actually get a close up on that shit on cable. It's mad.
I
was
remember,
like, yo.
I remember when it was hard, like the DVD tapes that you would buy now. I remember the stuff you was watching was shit like that. And at some point, all of that changed up. Now, you still get it, but it's all on pay-per-view. At one time, you used to pay for cable, and that was it. That came as part of cable. That was the whole premise of cable. You got adult content. You got things without any
That's why they
censorship.
Had the parental lock.
Right. Now, cable has turned into this thing where we're paying for TV. They tricked us. They didn't even trick us. People are just assholes. I'm going to just go there. People are assholes.
Back in the day, you paid for HBO and all that stuff. That didn't come
like a package.
Yeah.
You had to pay for each one.
I'm talking about what early cable TV was like that?
Yes. I remember, because that's something like that was brand new to me coming into my house, cable. So I remember the first time Prism Cable came into the house. I remember that. I remember certain channels I couldn't watch. I'm like, damn, we ain't got Cinemax. Damn, we ain't got HBO.
Yeah, because you had to pay for it.
Right. Sometimes you just will have just that basic cable.
But he talking about way before.
No, I'm talking about like in the 80s.
He talking
I'm
about.
talking about in the 80s. I'm not a young girl. I'm not young like that.
Well, excuse us there.
And Prism came out 1979, September 7th, 1979.
Okay, but it's still what you had to pay for each channel, like we said, yeah. But it wasn't basic cable. They didn't have
it was regular basic channel, but if you wanted like the HBO, like how it is now, if you wanted the HBO, if you wanted the Cinemax, if you wanted, because it was only 3, so it was HBO, Cinemax, and Showtime. If you wanted those, you had to pay for them.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm talking about at the time before Cinemax was even around. What the memory I'm connected to cable right now, I remember when I used to live on Rockland Street back in the 80s. That's what I'm talking about. There was this kid named Jermaine. Him and his grandma lived. You know what I'm saying? And we used to go in his house when his grandma went to the market and stuff.
Like how late in the 80s? Because we got cable like in the 89, like 90s. So when you say 80s, when you talking about 80s? Because we
got cable in the 89, 90s.
I told you cable came out September of 79.
Yeah, I'm talking about more like 83.
Okay. So why you saying that it's not possible that they didn't have those type of channels?
No, at the time I only remember it being Prism. But I don't know. I didn't have extensive. I remember it only being Prism. Cinemax is the newer one. I know that. Cinemax is the newer one. Before it was Cinemax, it was
All
Prism.
I remember Prism and HBO.
It's Prism.
Cinemax
HBO.
was new to me. Cinemax
Prism
and
was
Showtime
never a channel.
was
I'm
new.
looking at it right now. Prism was never a channel.
It was a company?
Yes.
I thought it was a fucking channel.
Regional in-home sport movie.
Wow. I thought it was a channel.
I thought it was a channel.
So all this time, I'm thinking I'm watching the channel. It's the fucking company. So they was like Comcast. They was the
right.
The big...
Right here, Comcast replaced them.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, I knew it.
I didn't know that.
And if you ask me, it's the same.
I thought it was a channel.
Shit.
I thought it was a channel. Because in my head, I can remember the commercials for it and all of that just before a movie started.
Like Comcast. You would see commercials promoting Comcast. Like you see commercials promoting Comcast. Is the cable? Is they promoting Prism? They promoting the cable?
Yeah, I guess
bringing
so.
it to people's homes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
that would make sense.
Lorraine, big up yourself.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. In my memory, though, I just remember the cable, the Prism commercial. I can even remember the song, but I don't remember it particularly being nothing like HBO on that until it got into boxing and like. Now that's the late 80s. Like 89, 87, right. Yeah. That's where I got connected to HBO at. But I can remember Prism way back in the day.
You know how I remember HBO? Mike Tyson. Boxing.
Right, me too.
That's how
me too. That's how I got connected to HBO.
Yeah, through boxing.
Which made Prism different from other subscriptions TV services, some which include On TV, Select TV, ZTV, HBO, and Showtime.
I remember ZTV lightly. ZTV was another little box you used to have to get too.
Z Channel.
Z Channel. That's vaguely. It's like
on Prism.
Did they have
Oh,
like
it's-
electricity like next to it or something? Like the
No,
logo,
it's not
like a
showing
Z
no
and
logo.
electricity there on it.
Those are different channels that used to be on there.
Yes. On Prism.
Wow, you got me.
But
Shit.
that's how I remember it. I remember it as Prism. I thought Prism was the channel. I don't even remember what the cable company name was back in the day. I thought Prism was the channel. Cause I was a
did
little
too.
kid then. I'm talking about in '83. I was like 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't even supposed to be watching that with no sex. But I remember specifically when you first turned on the box, the screen looked a certain way, and I remember the buttons on the box because he had to do something up here, and then he flipped through the channels like this.
Did he have one of them chip box there?
That's what I was about
Yeah.
to say. Cause that's what that
He
sounds
probably
like.
had a chip
A
box.
chip box in the '80s.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Why
had
these
them.
things
What?
are not possible?
I remember I was only 9
see
years
what it
old,
is.
so I'm
You
not
had to-
considering
Yeah,
those
so
kind of
you had to-
things.
You had to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody at those times in the 80s. Like you had to
I
know
guess
somebody.
so.
Now late 80s, 91, 3, it was like that.
Cause remember, I
Forget it
came
anyway.
from Jamaica in '79, so we're talking about '83. I hadn't been here that long either, so I just have this as a memory for me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't remember no company and all of that. All I remember is I remember the Prism logo.
No, it's
Yeah.
not that. But I'm telling you, it's like you're fighting me. All right, you probably don't remember it, but I'm telling you, like, this is what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, the voice of reason over there.
Yeah, but basically what I was getting at is the people pull the film flam, and people are assholes and idiots, and we let it go through. We used to have free TV. Now I will admit it wasn't as clear and as nice all the time like the paid TV. I'll admit that.
The which TV?
The free TV.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't clear. Like
When you used to
that.
just buy a TV and plug it in this TV
Remember because the cable? Remember you had to go climb on the roof, the satellite there?
and put up a
Yo, my
antenna
uncle
and
fell
all
off
that.
the roof.
Yeah.
Lucky he fall into bushes.
But I mean, with the technology now, couldn't we have developed a little box that gives out a stronger signal or something? I mean,
At that time?
no, I mean, yeah, maybe even at that time, maybe we could have did something then. But what I'm saying is the cable TV came in and they tried to sell us that, oh, you'll get better looking TV, more content, unrestricted, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Once they got in and they locked off the regular TV, the first thing cable TV did is made everything fucking family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They made every goddamn thing family friendly. Even the adult channels are family friendly until 11 o'clock at night. That's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. If I'm going to pay money for TV, TV should be like the internet to me.
Daddy, I gotta go bathroom.
TV should be like the internet to me. TV should be like the internet to me. When you turn on TV, if you're paying for it, you should be victim to whatever the fuck channel you turn on to. Seriously, I think TV should
I
be.
guess a lot of people want to have cable in their home because there's more kids in the homes now. You have teenagers and stuff now. Everybody got cable.
So you're saying there's
Okay,
more cable,
fine.
more
Sell me
cable
a
in the
family
house?
package.
Yeah, that's what they got now. Family package.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. And I'm gonna
Oh,
go there.
what's up, oh?
I'm gonna go there and say y'all brainwashing what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. Sell me a family package. Dig me? Let all of them be $90 a month, but I'm gonna pick an adult package. The adult package means I should be able to go on and see a motherfucker going like this. Cell phones, fucking buy one because you motherfucking need one. Sell me in an adult channel.
Yeah, you're
But I
saying
should be
just
able to buy a
some
family
regular
channel that the same commercial, there's a guy saying, cell phone. Buy a new cell phone for your family because you need one.
Yeah. So you're saying it should be.
Don't cheat me out of what I'm
this
paying
one
for.
And the attitude for this one.
Not right. Don't cheat me out of what I'm paying for. If you
Yeah.
want to call it the attitude, don't cheat me out of what I'm paying for. I'm a grown ass fucking man.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna pay for a TV,
That's not even realistic.
how is that not realistic?
Yeah, that's not
That's
even
super realistic.
How is that not realistic?
That's super realistic because, like, if you want hardcore porn, you'll watch hardcore porn.
Listen,
Are we talking about porn?
no, I'm not just talking about
Just
porn. I'm
basically
just
a
talking
channel.
about.
All overall.
Just
I'm talking about
general- I just
overall,
use
in
that as
general.
an example.
Because first of all, if I'm selling a cell phone, I want it to go national. So I'm not gonna be branding my cell phone with.
But you're
cussing and
on an
bullshit.
adult channel.
But not only
If
that,
you're
you're
on
missing the
adult
point of what I'm
channel,
saying.
But
Let's
that's
not
why
get
you
hung
don't
up on the
have
cell
that stuff.
phone.
That's why you don't have adult channels because that's why you don't have it because it's not really a market for it.
We don't know if there's a market for it. We don't know if there's a market
I
for
want
it.
that market.
for it.
I'm
There's
on
no
that market.
Exactly. We don't know if there's a market for it. They've never offered a package like that.
Dre the
That's
Chronic,
why-
Snoop Dogg, and all that
that's why
shit was
things-
cursing all in it.
And that's why it comes on after 11 o'clock.
But that's how
why
they
we
said
said
it.
We want a channel where we can have it
All day. That's all I'm saying.
I just
I'm not
wanna
taking
turn
away from
to
the
it
family
so
and
I
all
can
of
hear
that.
some ignorant shit. I just want to be like, well,
Yeah, but still
fuck
even-
it. Yo, buy my
Come on,
motherfucking
yo.
phone, man. This
Don't
phone
say
from,
all
we
you
make
need.
this in motherfucking India, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
And I'm not even talking about the phone in particular. I'm just using that as an example as I feel like if I'm a grown man, I should have the choice to have a package like that, where even down to my commercials could be that gritty, is all I'm saying. How do they know I want to come into some cream puff shit every day? Maybe I'm not a cream puff kind of guy.
So you're telling people to be more explicit.
For that kind of client, sure, why not? Or maybe they can just give me content that falls into that range. That's all I'm saying. They can feed me the stuff that would be along the likes of that.
I mean, it is a kind of free world now. You don't have that much content for it. So evidently, it's not really a market for it.
I don't know.
I feel there's a market.
I think there's a market for it too.
Yeah.
I think there's
it's a market for all that soft shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's a market for all that soft pillows.
Right. Not only that, there's just some religious or spiritual or whatever people that they don't want any of that kind of stuff in their home. So if you go to their phones and their tablets and what's on their TV, all you're gonna find is gonna be cream puff shit, for lack of better words.
Like
so all I'm saying is, since they have the right and that's all goody two shoe, well, what about some of us that's not so goody two shoe? Why can't I get a Sprite commercial where they're just like, drink Sprite, bitch?
You know why?
Sprite and X Sprite. That's what I'm talking about.
But you know why?
Call Sprite and X Sprite then. So you're asking Sprite to give you something more explicit. So what you want is you want these brands to give you something more explicit.
That's what we say.
So then it's not the cable. You're talking to the brands here now.
Yeah, okay.
So when you turn on the commercial, you want to hear something filthy. You want to hear cussing. When you look at a movie, you want to hear cussing. So that means you're asking the movie, the director, the writer to add that stuff in there. So now you're trying to. That doesn't make any sense.
But that's the point.
That's not even. That's what
it don't have to make sense. We're not
happen.
asking for sense. We just
want. But listen, that doesn't make sense. What you're saying is fucking impossible. So you think Sprite gonna say, yeah, come on. You think they want their brand represented like that? So it's not the cable that you're asking for. It's the brands.
Okay, but no, what he's saying is, okay, you ask the brands and the cable at the same time.
No, you can't ask the cable because the cable is just airing it.
Can I
the
say
cable
something?
is just a transmission.
I was about to get to that.
The cable is paying for it and they just transmission it. So what the fuck is it? What y'all asking for?
I was about to get to it.
Y'all fucking stupid.
I want a channel that I can turn on, like how they got HBO 1, HBO 2, HBO Family. It should be an HBO Grown Up.
Okay.
Where on this channel, those same companies know that you have a group of people that don't mind getting a product just straight out like soap. Buy it, bitch. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Where I might find that humorous, not even offensive. Yeah, I might be home like, you see these fucking commercials? Yeah. My friends come over and see commercials on my TV and be like, damn, what kind of channel you got, dog? I got HBO Adult.
Because it's all
Somebody cares.
It's all in branding.
That's all I'm saying.
I thought ain't nobody care about the motherfucking logo channel. All these motherfucking weirdos and fans out here. I didn't think nobody cared about that. That shit.
But that is a big ass channel. Yes.
Super strong.
Yes.
I ain't think that.
And if you're not in the vein, exactly. If you're not in the vein of that channel, you don't even know that channel exists.
Yeah.
It's real rap.
I came across it. I'm like, trucks though, really? People gonna watch this shit? And it's still there, going strong. I'm like, wow.
Listen,
and this was, what, more than 17 years ago?
Yeah, but Sprite ain't on there saying, fucking buy my soda.
We just use Sprite as an example.
No, let's be realistic. Don't use shit that ain't never going to happen. So let's be realistic.
How do you know that's never going to happen? At one time, they used... At one time, listen.
Logo channel is a gay channel.
Shout out to Sess Kurt.
So you're not going to look at it.
All right, so why can't there be a channel for raunchy people? That's all I'm saying.
That's not a problem, but what's raunchy? What are you asking for? Again,
whatever is raunchy. Whatever.
No, for an example,
it don't have to be Pacific.
All right, you know what? All right, how about this?
Whatever you think that is raunchy, it should be on that channel.
How about this? How about this?
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, how about this?
It ain't about me. I'm speaking in general. For a person that I'm not saying I'm that person. I'm putting myself in their shoes.
What's the gay channel?
Thinking like that.
The gay channel is what? Logo?
Logo, yeah, that's the
name of it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
On their channel, I've watched this channel with you.
Yeah.
On their channel, they present products in such a format that could feed to gay people. All I'm saying is
the gay person representing that product.
Okay, yes. Why is it so? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not critiquing that. What I'm saying is,
doesn't have gay people on it.
What I'm saying is, there's nothing
90%
wrong
of
with
it.
any of that.
90%
What I'm
of it.
saying
No, you
is,
don't watch the channel, so you can't say
I've seen
that.
it before.
You only,
Oh,
you just
I've
not,
seen
you
it
don't watch
before.
the channel, so you can't say
I
that.
don't watch it. I'm not a fan, but I've seen
All
it
right, so
before.
all I'm
you
saying
don't
is,
know.
They play
why
Little
can't
Shop
there
of
be
Horrors on that
why
motherfucker.
can't
I
there be
wanna
a
see it.
channel? Why can't there be a channel where the same condom company comes to me, the raunchy personality, has a woman with her tits out, and puts a condom in the middle and says, "You need one of these for later. Buy
Again,
condoms."
Branding.
That would,
Again,
but that would fall under branding.
So it goes
But I'm
back
talking about
on
the cable.
company.
Okay, well, we
It
go to
goes
the
back
company.
on the company.
Well, we go to the company and tell the company,
So then
look,
talk to the company.
this is what
Don't
we
blame
want.
on the cable how you can't get
I'm
what
sorry,
you want.
Cable.
This
Hold
all-
on.
this-
we sorry, Cable. We gonna
I didn't
apologize
blame
to
anything.
Cable
No, I made a
for,
statement. I made a statement. It's like a wish statement. I said, why can't there be a cable channel? That's what I said in the beginning of this.
And that's
So I'm not
why.
going to retort that. Just what I said. What I said is, why can't there be a channel for people of taste like mine? That's all that I'm getting
So it
at.
was a question, why? Okay,
Right.
I get it.
And I'll tell you.
And I'm telling you, it should be. It should be. It should be a channel. All I'm saying is, you should be able to turn on a TV.
The Brandon people.
And there's some people that don't have to bullshit you so much to sell shit. They should literally come on TV like, look, you've been buying our shit for 50
Sales
years.
is bullshit.
Keep buying our shit.
Sales is bullshit. That's
Now-
what sales is. Sales
Nadia,
is bullshit.
You've been buying our shit for 50 years. Keep buying our shit. Now it comes in blue.
Straight.
So for some people, that's all you need.
And I'd be like, oh, that's what's up?
That's all I'm saying. There are some.
They're not going to make a commercial for the 5%.
But
They
you,
make
you
a-
don't know that.
commercial
You don't
for
know that.
95%.
If there's a
I've
channel
seen
dedicated to
commercials
that,
for
you
the
don't know that.
Motherfucking,
again, back to
motherfucking,
the
like, I feel
branding.
like buying a belt is 5%.
And then,
they
wait,
spend
you know what?
millions on making a commercial for a
Yes,
belt.
but not only that. Let me prove this case. When they make commercials, they often do 3 and 4 versions of the same commercial because
Y'all want that
some
kind of
type of
stuff,
commercial
y'all
don't
look
play in
on
some
Europe.
places.
Because they do that kind of stuff over there in
You got
Europe,
a
but they
point.
don't do that here in
You got
America.
a point. They
So if
do
you
that
want
in
that,
Europe.
go
Yeah,
overseas.
there's tits out in Europe.
Yeah,
Go
they
overseas,
fucking
and they go, you got
newscasters.
all what you want, right
I
Yeah,
there.
the
seen that shit. I
newscasters
couldn't
stripping.
believe
Right
that.
there in front of
It'll
the
be
TV.
45 degrees
Yeah.
today in Clarendon.
Yo, I couldn't believe
And
that.
check out my tits.
Yeah, yo. I couldn't believe America is
Everybody
very
too
sensitive.
sensitive,
Yeah.
and everybody got a fucking opinion about something.
But you know what I don't understand about America? America is sensitive, but we sell sex at a fucking maximum. How
Yeah,
can
but
we be that sensitive? and we
Because
sell
sex in America is hidden. Everyone hides their sexuality in America. No one is truly 100% their sexuality in America.
That is true.
In the rest of the
I can
world,
agree with
and I haven't traveled like that either, but I have talked to people that travel, and that's one of the key things they tell me is Europe, for example. My brother was in Germany once. He said Germany is very sexual. The women there are very sexual. They
Yeah.
make a lot of sexual jokes. They're very sexual. In
Yeah,
Europe, I have
because
friends that live and travel.
no
they
bullshit.
said the people are sexual. The women are sexual. But in America, our women are like prudes. And
Yeah,
even
I
men
come
that travel
across a
say that.
feed
You don't come to the
and-
U.S. to get laid.
Just like they got in what's that place? Where they smoke the weed at? Amsterdam.
Yeah.
They have brothels. Like you can just go in there. Them bitches in the window.
Yeah.
The blood clot.
Yeah, dog.
They like
The
fucking,
red light
like
district,
real,
John.
like not a mannequin, real life female.
Yeah, no-
standing there.
In
they
our
got
country-
shifts to do this. I can't believe this shit.
Remember, in Europe, homosexuality and racism had changed a long time ago. You
Oh,
dig what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
catching any of the waves and all that with that type of shit.
And still blocking it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Female woman with their sexuality, you're gonna hear that W word.
What's the W word? What, whore?
Yeah.
In America.
In America.
Right.
I agree.
In America.
Right.
Oh, like what's
So
his name?
that's why.
What's the dude with the hair? My man, Mike Tyson manager. Only in America. Don King.
Yeah, Don King.
Don King. Only in America.
I
You see
agree
that?
with that.
Only in America.
I agree with that. There's two. America
Respect
is
Anisha.
America is a
Respect.
conservative country, but it has it's conservative but secretive.
Straight.
Up front, they want to say, "Oh, I never do that," but
that's
they're
what
doing
they say.
it.
Conservative is a secret word for secret. It's just another word for secret. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you being what? I can't even say it to right.
Everybody in America will say they're not doing it, but that's what they're doing. Exactly what they say they're not doing is what they're doing.
Straight. It's like a fucking illusion. And
In other countries, they go, "Hey, you gotta go somewhere special for that. You can't just do that here. You go over there for that."
Yeah,
But in America, they go, "Hell no, we don't do that. Don't nobody do that."
And then as
But
soon as you turn your head,
that's what they're doing.
go do it.
Yeah.
And not only America, our beloved country, Jamaica, too. And you know what me and chat both. Come to the poom poom eating and all that shit, the topic we was talking about the other show.
Let's not talk about that. I don't think this show is ready for that yet.
They're not. All right. Well.
This show not ready for that yet.
All right, well,
we
we
want to
done
be
with that
connected.
topic.
We want everybody here to touch that topic of oral sex because I personally think Jamaican people are the biggest liars about that.
But you just said we're not gonna touch it, and then you gonna touch it.
No, we're just gonna brush against it. We ain't gonna touch it. We just gonna brush
you want
against
to
it.
do this?
Yeah,
You sure?
we're not gonna rest on it. We're just gonna brush against it.
That be said.
All right, so they give my man Trump hell. Yeah, I said it. My man Trump.
Yo, man, Trump.
My man's Trump.
Wow.
I like orange people. You know what I'm saying? No. But listen. All I'm saying is give it a little time. That's
Look
all
at
I'm
my
saying.
face.
Some of the stuff he's doing does sound scary. It seems scary, but give it a little time.
Right.
Because anybody coming in would have did some shit that have been kind of scary right now. It depends on who liked them or how they sell it to us. So let's just see.
Two words.
So now Obama wiretaps and stuff.
Yeah, do you believe that?
Fuck
I
no.
don't, so I can't
But
respect him now because now you reaching like.
reaching like a
What's
motherfucker.
all the
You-
extra stuff for?
Y'all don't believe that?
Hell no.
No, I don't.
If anybody did it, it wasn't Obama.
He did his 8 years.
But there's-
How you
But
gonna
there's
blame
evidence
Obama
there,
if
though.
anybody did it?
There's
How you
no
gonna
evidence.
say that
There is
man
evidence.
did that shit?
Well, it should have been turned over. There's no evidence. They're trying
If
to
you
prove
ask me, it's
something else.
evidence leaning towards him because he can't personally fucking tap the roof.
Listen.
He can't personally do that. So y'all missed me with that one.
Yeah.
But the reason why they said it's possible makes complete valuable sense to me.
How's
And I don't
possible?
see why anybody would be mad if he did do that.
How is it possible?
All right.
Please.
This is what they're saying. They were saying it wasn't Trump directly they were concerned about, which might be bullshit, but I could accept that kind of bullshit. They said it wasn't Trump directly they were concerned about. They were concerned about some of the people that he was bringing in with him that had contact with the Russians. And it was proven. And these people that they had on their list are some of the people that turned out to be the problems
It's
right
like
now
I see
that are
his
quitting
lips
their jobs.
moving, but I don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to.
But
I'm
if you're
trying.
if you're the president of the United States, that would be a presidential concern. I don't see why anybody's even hiding or mincing the facts of that. With the president
So-
coming in front of you, isn't your job to make sure that position is secure? I would stand proud and argue that point. Listen, the guy was coming in. He's a brand new guy. I wasn't sure. I sent some people
That's
or
not his
somebody
job.
from his cabinet.
He didn't hire that man.
Street.
He has nothing to do on what's going to go on after that. Because as soon as his job is done, fuck you, goodbye. Ain't
Well,
nobody even worrying to ask you any questions anymore.
I guess that's the point
It's
of view.
the people.
I guess that's the point of view on why they're lying about it. I guess that's why the Obama camp is lying about it, and they're trying to use it to expose. But I think it happened. I think it happened, but I don't see anything wrong with that happening. That's the trick with me with it, though. When I heard it, I thought to myself, even before they gave the reasons why, I thought to myself, well, he's the acting president of the fucking United States. Okay, they might not like to know that I did that, but I think I would have did that. I think I would have did some research on the president that came before me and the president that's coming in after me. So I know if this motherfucker's going to come in and shift up some shit and make me look like an asshole or something somewhere.
What do that have to do with you?
I don't know. I've never been a president, though. I don't know what kind of shit
Like,
So
works.
how would you
I'm
say that-
done.
So how would you say that you would do that?
Well, I'm just saying, just in layman's term, I guess, just as a regular person saying it, to me, it would make sense to
But
me
the
on
regular
why
people
you'd want to
don't
do
believe
that. Well, I mean, that's not everybody. I guess there's got to be other people like me that's like, what's the big deal? See the way I see it.
I guess.
That might not be the popular opinion,
Yeah.
but that's just my opinion on it. My opinion is, so what's the big deal? Would you rather? I don't see what the big deal is. And if Obama's camp or Obama did research on the next coming president, or even tapped his office, I don't see what the whole. I don't see.
what's the big
I don't
fuss?
see what the big
Even
deal
if it
is.
did happen,
Wouldn't it still be in the benefit of the United States? I don't see how that's hurting
make
you.
sure this dude is right.
Right. I don't see how that's hurting you.
Okay.
Suppose he tapped and it turned out to be one of them dudes was really a hardcore spy and they bust that
They
open.
find out, they gonna
Wouldn't he have been the man then, right?
They're gonna thank you.
He'd have been a fucking hero then, though, right?
Award, yeah.
So what's the difference now?
Yeah. But the difference is you ain't find nothing. It's like we caught you fishing and you wasn't supposed to be fishing.
Yeah, I guess, that's one of them
Big
things
ass
about
no
being a
fishing
leader.
Sign right here.
It's one of them things about being a leader. When you do it, if it works in their benefit,
It sounds fishy to me because he already had a problem with the dude.
okay, I can buy that.
And
That's
to
fair.
Me, he just trying to have a point to prove. His fucking healthcare bill is fucking felon. He can't replace the motherfucking Affordable Care Act. Please stop calling it Obamacare. Fucking do your research on it.
Okay, I agree with all of that so
He's
far.
losing fucking control right now. So right now he needs smoke and mirrors.
And he don't get
That's
no
what
love.
He needs.
He don't got no love, so he reaching.
He needs a smoke and mirror right now.
But does that necessarily mean that that's not true? Couldn't he came up with something better than that? He could have came up with something way better than
No,
that.
you come
I
up
mean,
with whatever you
Obama's
find.
Obama's leaving
look
office.
what
He
he's
could have
talking
came
about.
something better than that.
Mr. Petty, super petty.
Right.
think
Anything.
so?
It don't even matter.
Sure.
I mean, you may be right. This is just my opinion on it. You may be right. You may be
I
right.
think we are right.
We saw this mom smoking a cigarette in public. We gonna do that. This was y'all want your
And we talking to the same motherfucker who ain't turning his income tax returns. You know what I'm saying?
But I agree with what he
they keep
said
and they
about
keep
that.
asking for
Same
that. So
motherfucker.
maybe that's what he trying to use. I'm like, all right, let me wait to blow
Smoke
this over.
screens.
Smoke
Smoke
screens.
It's smoke
Because he
screens.
loves
I
smoke
agree.
screens.
I agree. Okay.
I'm mad y'all got me talking about this.
Yeah, we had to do
I'm
something
mad. I
political.
don't even do politics.
Straight.
Or religion. I
But
don't
it's
do
like
that shit. I don't
this
talk
shit
that
is too
shit.
clear. I'm sorry. Like it's
But
too clear.
the funny thing about it is the people that don't do these things, y'all the best people to get points of views from, because you're going to see a frank way of looking at it. Once you get all the info, those are the people that don't get messed up in the trappings of the bullshit.
True.
You feel me?
True.
Because
I got you on
you're
that.
not versed in the everyday, what happened last week, who's not getting along.
Right.
If somebody comes to you right now and say, look, Khadijah, Obama this, Trump that, you're going to look at the facts as is and just deal with that. You get a better
There's
answer
no
from somebody
bias.
like that, opposed to somebody that's reading it every day and every week, that gets emotionally invested in certain things, certain other people, certain
'cause-
situations.
And you right about that, because it's sad. It's sad, but it's not. But like neither one of them I can give two. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the truth is, I agree with that point wholeheartedly.
Because I'm gonna. It's like I said this, and I heard somebody else say it on a talk show. We gonna have to live no matter what. We gotta keep it pushing, no matter who the fucking president, who the vice, who this, who that. We gotta keep it moving.
Guess what? I'm an anarchist. You know what an anarchist is?
Yeah, but you can explain to the people.
I say down with all this shit. Down with all this shit. Down with all that so political. Listen, a motherfucker should be able to defend the land he live on
Straight.
and the area with the group of people he lives in it
Yeah.
with.
Without
All
that
these
bullshit.
armies, different countries, and all this shit. This is all somebody's idea that he came together with his family and his close friends and said, let's run the world this way. And they've been doing it that way. And people need to wise up and
So
become
they can
anarchists.
benefit.
Right. At the very top of all of that, there's a group of people that don't get shot, don't get robbed, make all of the money, eat all of the food, get all of the best health care and technology, and the rest of us suffer and build it for them. So I stay down with the whole damn system until it benefits everybody.
Right.
So if you break down the whole system, it benefits everyone. Now, in order for me to eat, I can't just go to the supermarket. I have to get up, go out on my fucking land, and do something that can gather some goddamn food. If there's a supermarket, I have to pay a part in that.
Right.
You're a local government. That's how I feel it should go. I say down with all that shit. And I guarantee you that's when we will have the best boom in technology.
Yeah.
That's when man will
But
reach
you
its
know what it
height
is?
of everything, when we break down the systems
Like,
we live in. These systems we
I'm-
live in keep us locked in certain ways of thinking for thousands of years.
But listen, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with that. But I read this book. I'm mad I forgot the name of the book, but I was little, and it said that they made this shit up because, like, and it's movies about this too. It's a lot of theories about this, that we gonna destroy ourselves. When you
Yeah.
said the boom in technology,
It's in man's nature to destroy himself.
yeah, it's like they was trying to slow us down. But when you get that power, you get kind of big-headed and you get greedy. And a lot of them fell to that. So that's why we get a lot of fuckery with this shit. Because it was set out as a good thing. That's what I read. And I seen, and you can watch a lot of documentaries where it say that. I'm mad that I can't give y'all the references or whatever, but it all became because the people was living in craze. Even when you go back before they had trash trucks and all that, people was catching diseases and they ain't had nowhere to piss and shit and trash just all right there. It was a form of, all right, let's get this together. But when somebody come along and find out, yo, I can benefit off this and I can gain power off this, these motherfuckers can't do shit without me. You know what I mean? Or you get a motherfucker vexed. You know, we as people, we human, we do this. You get me vexed, now I got to get you back, and now I see the power I got. Oh, I want to stay in this power.
At some point, settlements became cities and stayed still. And when people began to stay still on the planet, that's when all those things became an issue.
Straight.
Real rap. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying we should go back to moving around. But I think collectively, mankind, humankind, period, now should look at the whole history of humankind and say, there's got to be a better way to work this. The people should be standing up for certain things now and just seeing it, but we're all trapped in the regular trappings of just simply having to work and all that stuff.
Yeah, survival mode.
Right.
Get
You
on
see,
the
the city
fucking,
itself is
pattern,
the city itself is a trap. You realize that?
I know.
The concrete jungle, the concrete takes away your ability to plant and to live and to eat.
Got a point.
Something nobody ever thinks about.
Yeah.
Let's just say society falls tomorrow. Let's
Yeah.
just say suddenly tomorrow morning, for some reason, there is no more government structure. Right? What happens is people now begin to look at the infrastructure that's going to start stopping, like the pumps that pump the water into the cities, because that's what goes on. A lot of people aren't aware of that. There's no river running under your house that you drink water from. There's pumps that pumps water miles and miles inward, land inward,
I feel you.
that we get water from. So the first thing after a period of time is we're going to move back to the edge of the plates, because we need to get back to that water. There's a lot of things that change. You dig what I'm saying? So the concrete alone has an effect. I didn't even make the point that I wanted to make out of what I was saying there. But the
listen,
concrete
I know
alone
what
stops.
you're saying, because it's just like say being Yard. My uncle, he's from West Milan country, and he always used to tell my uncle Junior, he'd be like, y'all go ahead with that city life. He said, in the country, we'll never go hungry.
Yeah.
He said, because I could walk out my door, pick my plantain, and pick all these things.
And worst
eat
case,
the food.
even if you were going to steal a banana off of somebody else's tree when they're in the house, at least you could do that.
Yeah, you can eat something. You won't
You could
starve.
eat something.
Yeah. He said the most you might be is maybe dirty a little, because sometimes the well ain't pumping the water. You got to go down there and go to the river or whatever. But that's the most he got to deal with. He said, but once you get used, I never liked the dark. That shit get dark.
Yeah, I know. I
Like,
did some
dog.
scary shit.
Like, I'm good.
I don't know. I think I would
But
be.
that's the part. He just said, the point I was making is that, like you said, we're going to go back to those times. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the way of life. That's why people was moving around, searching and searching and searching.
I think we can blend technology into that, and that comes into how we would have safe technology, because not everybody's going to be wanting to destroy shit.
I'm
dog. You
sorry.
got
I
a lot
see
of people-
iRobot, and I believe that the machines is going to turn off Terminator, iRobot to me. That's like a fucking sign. I'm sorry.
You think that should have happened?
Yeah, man. You
I
can't
don't think
control
so.
that shit all the way to the end.
I don't think so.
Man.
I mean, I think it could happen, but I think the odds of that
And
happening is really
just
small.
like on the movie. What's that movie with the where they had the dude calling on the phone, telling him and the daughter and all that shit in the machine. Even though iRobot in that movie, the same theory was the program you put in my shit, I'm protecting y'all from destroying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the laws that they had, even on fucking RoboCop, all these fucking machine movies.
I know, but do you remember the law on iRobot? That law was a well thought out law for a robot, and they've used it in other
See
movies.
what I said?
Remember
So we
the
can't
robot,
be human.
but remember the robot in that movie could defend you, unless that defense eventually would cause you harm. If I remember, it wasn't as clear cut as you thought. Remember, there was a stipulation in how he could defend you.
They didn't
He couldn't
want to
defend
kill them,
you.
but they was making them their damn slave, their hostages. If they didn't follow that damn program,
Now
they
the
were
main
hostages.
program, right? The main program was like
Yeah,
the
they
virus,
was
right?
hostages. You can't live no more.
She stopped. She said, "Fuck the law." She stopped following that law.
Yeah, she
In
said,
turn,
"Y'all
making her
motherfuckers
more
gonna
human.
Kill yourself, so I got to step up and do what I got to do.
In turn, now in hindsight, that choice made her more human.
Yeah, it was. a
She chose
humane
not to
choice.
follow
It was a
her programming.
You got. A point.
I never thought of that. That was a lot of years
You got a
ago.
point. Yeah.
You're right.
But
If you think about it,
yes and
that's
no,
a choice a
because
human being
even
would have
when-
made.
Even when they came with the logic, the shorty, the lady cop came with the logic, and she said no, such and such and such. She had a reason for that. She shut that shit down.
But wasn't
because
her
they
reason-
said that your laws say something, 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 and then she said no, you're going to destroy mankind by such and such and something. I have to make those show that we survive, and they became hostages. You can't come out after 6 or something like that with the red eyes, all that shit. You know what I mean? Fuck that. And then on RoboCop, you point a gun at that motherfucker 809, you done. 30 seconds, my ass.
I don't know. I don't know if the robots could take over the planet. I hear you on that though.
Shit.
I don't know if the robots could do it. I think I could see some other animals. I could see something more like Planet of the Apes, believe it or not.
That too.
I really could see another
That
species that we're not seeing right now getting smarter.
That too. That too.
I don't know about that.
That shit kind of scary too.
Planet of the Apes?
No, I don't know about. Yeah, basically.
Like what that happening and was taking over and some shit.
We all going to engage in this shit. They got guns pushing us and shit. Yeah, right.
Well, they was like boost up or some shit through technology, mother.
Yeah, it was technology.
Through
It was technology
technology.
that made Caesar the way he was. It
Yeah,
was.
fuck this brain all up. But then it was.
Not-
I can't really say fuck this brain up,
not
but
in
it gave them the
original story, but not in
intelligence.
the original story.
Yeah, in the original story, they went. It was in
It
time.
was just from another right. Plan.
No, but what it was is that
No.
in the later sequels they tell you how it happened, and it was through them experimenting with the apes. That's how Caesar became Caesar. I
Is
remember
that-
on
is
the
that-
fall of Planet of the Apes, or the
We
beginning,
just,
something.
I just watched them. They did a marathon.
Yeah, and
I don't
but that's
know
how
if
Caesar
you
became
know
Caesar.
Because at some point, yeah, he's right somehow. Because
They
at some
came
point,
back
remember
through
Charlton
time.
Heston at the end of the movie was like,
Yeah.
no.
When-
And
on
he
the first
realized
one-
that
the
he
first
wasn't
one-
on another planet. He was
the
on Earth.
The astronauts went to that planet, and then he escaped. Remember that the monkeys was in the fucking plane in the spaceship, and they went through time, and they was on Earth. Where
And they
we
took
at.
his spaceship back.
Yeah,
It was his spaceship they took back.
right to Earth, up to this time, to the present time.
We got to
And then
watch
that's
that
when they had a
again.
baby.
How did that go down?
They had a baby, and the baby name was Caesar, and they
Right.
stole the baby, and they did some fucking technology shit on him. But Caesar was already smart. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right, because he
came
was
from
born
that.
from that,
But
right.
they was already experimenting with the other apes, trying to make the
Yeah, we
other
had to
apes
watch-
like
I
him.
had to watch that
They was
again,
trying to
because-
find his blood or whatever to make the other animals like him. But he was smart enough to control them. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. That was my job, man. That was my movie.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's what's up.
man, you talking about the marathon?
Yeah,
I was
that
on
was-
house arrest.
I
And
agree.
I
That's
was
one of the
watching
best movies created to date. I agree. That
Yeah.
movie carries so many different
The original.
points of views and connotations in it. Yeah. You'd be an idiot not to catch a lot of the stuff that's going on in that drawing.
Yeah, man.
You're
That's why
right.
I was like, most of these movies are like subliminal messages.
Mm.
Like, be aware, or we telling you that this gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, it's common sense to me. I be peeping that shit. Like, yo, that's crazy. The only one I don't believe is the flying cars. That's the one that really, I just can't see that one.
All right, I got a good topic here, and now I'm going to kill it after this. How about this one? Now, I was watching The Brilliant Idiots. Shout out to the guys on Brilliant Idiots. And they were talking about something else and talking about something else. And somebody made a comment along with what they were talking about, and that became my topic. One of the guys said he thinks in about 5 to 10 years, you'll be able to sleep with a transgender. A straight man will be able to sleep with a transgender, and it'll be socially acceptable. You don't think so?
Hell no. That'll never be accepted.
You don't think it will ever be accepted?
No.
It will.
Not in the
It will.
majority.
Gay people-
I mean, it's
I think
accepted
it will.
now through a small community, but I say in the majority, no.
I wouldn't say 5 to 10 years. I would give it
It's
more
always gonna be
about
frowned
20
upon.
years.
You probably, I could say maybe people accept it because you can't do nothing about it, but it's always gonna be frowned upon. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion. You know.
Yeah, Nada, you think it'll always be frowned upon?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think, like everything else, you're going to have a generation or two that it kind of got to flush out of their system. And I guess I can see their point of view. I like to always try to be a forward-thinking person. Even if I don't like this particular thing, that's not my kind of thing.
Just like the gay. You never thought that it would be so like.
So popular now, like
Yeah.
even countries that ban that shit starting to accept it, make laws.
Yeah, because how about, I just had this thought. Let me drop this thought on you. Let's say the gay community really decided that they're going to take their money and they're going to increase the size, only in just America, they're going to increase the size of the gay community and find ways to put each other to work and get each other jobs and situated in America and all that stuff. Just imagine this. In Jamaica, for example.
They already doing it.
Oh, wait, listen to what I'm about to say. In Jamaica, for example, there's a whole community of gay men, transgender men,
No.
that live in the sewer system.
You know what the gully there?
Imagine if some rich Americans just said, you know what? We're going to bring all the gay people in here as much as we can if they want to come. And they just started gathering numbers from all those kind of groups. Because remember, in these groups ain't all thugs and thieves. You got some brilliant people in these groups too. They just need a shot like anybody else. They're people. They're still people. So let's say they started to pull people from places like this and just made their own little community somewhere in New York or something where they all live at and work at and start making products out of there and whatnot. Imagine what that would be like, dog. They could offset shit, like really change up the economy.
That's so true. But I think that will motivate and spark a whole shit. Like everybody will start doing that shit.
Well, I don't know. I think in about 20 years, a straight man will be able to have sex with a transgender,
but why?
And it'll be normal. Because I mean, things change. People, yeah, it's a woman now, and she has all the moving parts. Hell, you might not even know. How about that?
And there's a lot of them out there living like that.
Have you ever fucked one of those?
That's why I have my own right now.
Have you ever fucked one of them kind of pussies?
I don't know what how.
You wouldn't even know if you did or didn't.
I know.
You know? How would you know? You'd be up in there and be like, hold up. This feel like you used to be a man. How would you know?
But I know because it ain't never going to happen.
Bruh.
Ain't going to happen.
Bruh.
It never did. It ain't going to happen.
This show right here might have got a whole lot of them to just get on you now.
Hey, well,
it's a whole bunch of transgenders at home like, where he live at? He need to see me.
And?
So in the next week, if a bunch of gorgeous women start talking to you.
Fire for that.
Yo, you can't tell all the time, Naughty.
What?
You can't tell all the time.
It don't matter. If I have to second guess, I ain't doing it.
You can't second guess all the time. Some of them look really, really, really authentic. Like, you can't tell.
No, I'm going to look because me's a looker. You see me? Man, if I look her up and down, check she out before I make my move. I'm not one of them jump dudes. Like, I can't do it.
Listen,
you can't tell now. She pretty. I come up close, I want to see the same prettiness.
You can't tell.
Like,
and yo,
no.
Speaking of which, you know who I just found out about?
I'm looking at all that because I know the world we living in.
Have you ever heard of Magic Johnson's son?
Yeah, I'm Bati to blood. Bati, yo.
Yo, you ever heard about him?
Yeah.
I just heard about him yesterday.
Yeah, what?
I just found out about him yesterday.
What?
So I Googled him. And you know what I heard about him? Listen, a nigga was like, a straight nigga was like, listen, I just found out, he said he bumped into him somewhere. He's another somebody in the business. So he was out and he bumped into him somewhere and small talk with him. So he mentioned it to somebody at MTV and the nigga with MTV was like, what? Did you get a picture? You could have got like $3 or $4 grand for that picture. So I was like, well, who the fuck is this? What? So I Googled him. And just as I Googled him, before I push enter, what he said was, yo, this guy is fabulous.
No.
When I push enter, by the standard terms for gay people, when they say he is fabulous. Dog.
Come on, man.
Listen, I'm a worldly guy. I'm out there. I read shit. I don't believe in that gay against gay shit. I don't believe in against anything. We need to figure it out and stop that bullshit. People are people. People are human beings. You think what I'm saying?
I agree they're human beings, but When I speak them terminology, when I do.
Listen, for me, certain things for certain times.
I'm mad at myself because I be joking like that shit sometimes. So I'm mad at myself, but you know.
I don't know, man. I like to think I'm a progressive person, man. I don't hate things. Got to move forward.
I don't hate them like abundant concept and all them things because to me, and I don't care what y'all say, y'all want to do whatever, but I don't like the shit. It's just not humane to me. It's like, no.
Listen, man, the dude is fabulous. No. I'm sorry, I don't tear away from some.
To be a man. I know they're soft, man. Everybody ain't hard. Everybody has no gangster,
what is
no
the
hustler,
definition?
no this and that.
What?
Some people just
excuse me.
Are soft.
Now let me go in on you.
Body?
Let me go in on you. Let me go in on you. What is the definition of a man?
That ain't what we talking about. Because
you just said a man should be a man.
That's like a million definitions. A man should at least be not fucking another man.
By whose standard?
By my standards.
All right then, so that's for you. That's for you.
By what we was raised on.
Listen, this is how I feel about it.
On this great land of America, everybody that was born know that when you born, they tell you don't fuck a man and a woman is not supposed to be with.
They who tell you that?
That's law.
They who tell you that? They who?
Your family, everybody. You know it.
I was never told that either.
Your inner self tell you that.
Yeah,
Your
that's
inner
true.
self tell you that.
And
So
you just hit on
Your
exact.
self ain't tell me no shit like that.
But wait,
But
you just hit
I
on
bet
something.
I bet you felt
You just hit
wrong
on something
if
perfectly
you was,
well.
in those
But that's
acts.
not what gay people's inner self tell them.
You felt
Gay
a
people
little
inner
something.
self don't
you
tell
had to
them.
hide. You had to
I ain't
like
got
not
no
really
shit.
tell people like.
Yeah, they had to
It
do.
was- it
You
wasn't-
would
wasn't
have to
straight-
do that.
straight out
It's
that.
like
With
it's
the
like
world, with society.
it's like masturbation. It's like masturbation. Everybody masturbates, but you have to hide when you talk about it
But
in the society.
that's the thing. We have to. That shit you do behind closed doors. You don't bring that to society. Society don't fuck with that.
That's a fair thing, but you can't call someone's sexuality, the way they live, something that they should keep behind closed doors. I mean, having your
It's fact.
having
Society- if you-
your having your
if
penis
society-
out in public
society's
and jerking
opinion,
off is
majority
something
rules.
different from wearing a dress
Yo,
if you feel like wearing a dress.
Yo, right or wrong, majority rules.
I don't know
Majority
about rules.
right
I
or
mean,
wrong. Right or wrong.
I'm an anarchist.
You can
I'm an
have your
anarchist.
little
I just
minor
told you
thing.
that. I don't know
can
about
have
rules.
your minor thing, but the majority is always going to be, bam,
I think the majority is entitled to their opinion.
and they always going to be thick because they're the majority. You can agree with being the minority, but most people want to be the majority.
I don't know, man, because you can apply that concept to so many things that wouldn't be
But
fair,
we ain't talking
man.
about the other thing. We're
Yeah,
talking
but
about
we
this
only-
particular concept.
Yeah, but that's not fair, dog. If you're going to be someone that's going to be freedom thinking and open-minded, you have to be open-minded as the subject
And
and,
I'm
topics
open-minded
change.
to accept that you can do that shit over there.
Man, you can't
That's
say
why I'm
that
open
because there's a group
Same
of people.
thing with me. Certain things I do. I can't do everything I do out in public.
But there's a group of people that say that women should shut up and just be in the house, and they can give you
But that's
very
why we
valid
say-
reasons to them on why.
The same reason why we say do it behind closed doors, and you ain't got to worry about that shit. Society always going to have an opinion. If you was a person that worried about opinion, then it's going to fuck with you.
So, what would you say to somebody that would say that about women?
Say what?
If a man was to tell you women should shut the hell up, just stay in the house, cook food, and just shut the hell up, what would you tell
Be the
him?
minority?
Would you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with it.
So I beg to ask you then, why do you think that being gay is wrong? You're asking somebody to not be who they are inside.
My whole thing is that, like, I'm not trying to stop them from being who they are inside, but it's a time and a place for everything. Like we said, in America, this is the way it's rolling. I'm saying it's like now they're trying to change the laws, but the way I was brought up, the way the whole people was brought up in those generations, even till now, it's passed down to those generations that this is the way that it's supposed to be.
I don't know, dog. I hear you, and I
That's
hope,
how we survive, because even I don't like going to the Bible, but it's like in every story you have to have life. Like life have to produce. And when you do those things, you're not producing.
Listen, everyone does not produce children anyway, and
I
there is
agree,
no
I
way that
agree.
the entire planet would go gay. That just doesn't work that way. Gay is not a
I
disease. You
understand
don't
that.
catch gay. You don't teach gay. That's not how
What?
it works. You don't teach gay, dog.
How not?
No, you don't teach gay.
How not? So
you
you telling
teach
me you born gay?
sexuality. You don't teach gay. You must not know any real
So
homosexuals
that's what
personally.
sexuality you
No.
choosing in your
No, dog.
sexuality to be
Listen,
gay.
every gay man is not gay.
That's sissiness.
Every gay man that sucks dick or take it in the ass or give it is not
A
sissy. There's
Okay,
some of
but
them
that's
that
not
are
what I'm
very
saying.
masculine.
That's a form of being gay, sissiness. You can be gay and be and not sissiness. But my thing is, if you're fucking another man,
Right, okay, fair enough. So what you're saying is you don't like the sissy gays.
That's what it sounds like.
You don't
I
like the gays that
none
expose
of
that they're
it.
gays.
None of it. But I can deal with the shit if you're not gone sissy so.
Listen,
So you don't like the sissy gays?
I don't like none of it.
Because you can
Shut
stand.
bumbo.
You can stand and talk
I'm
to
not
a regular
picking and
man
choosing.
gay.
You're not going to make me say I like this or that. I don't like none of it. But I can deal with you if you're not hand like you say, going like some sissy so.
I don't know, man. To me, it's you have
Because
to,
as you like you say, they're human beings, yes. So yes, we're gonna have to prosper in life. And because I'm not a murderer, I'm not a killer, whereas though as far as just because I don't like your lifestyle, I'm gonna kill you or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna verbally express my opinion. If it's in my way or whatever. Because like I say, if I'm part of that majority, that society, and you bring it in my eyesight, I'm gonna have an opinion.
All
Whether
right.
I say it to you or I keep it to myself.
all right. This is for all my God believing people out there. I say the universe. I'm going to pose a question, an intelligent question. Okay. If the universe is all knowing, always has been, always will be, and has created us to experience reality on a different plane. Everybody agree with me so far? We were extensions of God or the universe.
Yeah, because I don't know about
Fair enough. To experience life and reality on a different level. If that's true, then how do we know that homosexuality isn't a test in understanding and love? And I dare anyone from any race or any religion to contest that question. You are always wrong and would always fail that. Suppose that's the test that sends you to heaven or hell. You're supposed to ultimately love anything. Even hold on, let me finish. In the Bible, I'm not a biblical person, but I'm gonna kill you with the Bible. In the Bible, it says vengeance belongs only to the Lord. So if that's true, you're not put here to judge and like or dislike them anyway. You're put here to only love, because vengeance belongs only to the Lord.
Preach.
And take that from a non-Bible person. That's all I'm saying. So when you talk certain shit, man, you have to be intelligent about it. To me, I have no qualms. If a man wears a dress and it makes him feel all of who he is and all he's sending out is love, because I don't know any gay serial killers. I don't know any abusive gay
I don't know
people.
their names, but they all on TV. You can pull them up on Google.
No,
but I'm just saying.
I know sexually repressed. I know sexually repressed. These are guys. These are guys and women that maybe if they were allowed to be gay in the society they grew up in, they wouldn't have been serial killers, and they even say that in a lot of those points.
Okay, well, don't be gay then.
Do you hear that kind of logic? That is just insensitive, immoral, and just wrong, dog. But I dare anyone to challenge that question.
No, I laugh, but that's why I said that's like you just hit my point. That's how we was brought up.
Man, to me, I look at it like this. I want to practice it like this because it might not be my son, but what if my grandson is gay? Or my grandson, my great-grandson.
But let them go.
Listen, man, I don't want nobody to hurt none of my... I love my kids.
I ain't going to say I want them to hurt them, but
I love my sons through all of that. I love my sons.
I tell my son, my daughter, them, or do all of them. Them know me.
Screw that.
Can't do it.
Fuck that. I love my kids through anything.
Because at this point, I can't protect your soul. You chose for you. I have to protect my soul at this point. Yeah, I mean,
so what makes you think? What makes you think?
I can't control it.
But what makes you think your soul is in trouble if you're gay?
I can't help you in that realm.
What makes you believe your soul is in trouble if you're gay? What makes you believe a gay person's soul is in trouble?
Because that shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. That's part of it, yeah. That's part of it.
So you're gonna take.
Without that, I frowned upon it. Even without the Bible.
So remember this. Do you love your wife?
Yes.
Do you consider me your brother?
Yes.
Well, when you die, if I'm alive, I'm supposed to start fucking your wife. How about that?
How the fuck is that?
Look it up. It's in the Bible.
A lie.
It's in the Bible.
Well, if she allow you to, then that's on her because I'm dead, so I ain't got to worry about that.
But what do you think about that, buddy?
It is what it is.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm dead. The fuck?
Oh, goodness.
He said, because the first thing he said was, well, where they say that at?
Yeah, right?
We never said we read the Bible there.
It's
like
true. It's in there.
Forth, up and down.
It's in there.
Never say that.
It's in there.
But from you say it's in there, it is
in
what
there.
it is.
It really is.
But if that was the question you asking me, my mind thinking, okay, I'm gone. What am I have to worry about? And then you're talking to Nati, the same dude who said, if I walk in and see, if I'm living with my wife, it's her house. Mm-hmm. I mean, I walk in there and I see her fucking the next man. What do you think? Say me, I got rumble and fight and go to jail? Babes, why I go on with the man there? We sharing this, or I'm done, or I got to move out? What's the situation? That's all I want to know. What's my next move? Yeah, I mean, because I love the poems and I still got love for you. I ain't even vexed, but you could have told me about him. Like, you know how I roll.
Man, listen, man. I always hear my guy friends. I'm going to say this.
Shit.
As a man, I'm going to say this. Guys, we talk the most shit. Did you hear he just dropped that scenario? Naughty, listen. Sure. If you walk in,
a.k.a. Robert Blood Clark Stewart,
it ain't even got to be your main girl. If you was just fucking a girl, you walk in and she fucking somebody. It ain't no man that normally.
That's
you don't just walk away from that.
Normally.
Much less your goddamn wife.
I actually want to. I mean, like, yo, I'm next.
Listen, you can say that. You can call me whatever fucking name. If I walk in on my wife fucking a dude in my, I'm killing somebody. Y'all is motherfucking dead in there. I am like them guys in the movies. I'm going to stab y'all the fuck up in there.
You going to kill both of them, or you just going to kill
Somebody's going to be bleeding. Somebody's going to be bleeding.
So now you in jail, and they having a
somebody's
fucking time of their life.
Somebody's going to be bleeding.
He's in hell.
Somebody's going to be bleeding. I wholeheartedly believe in this. You get what you give.
You might.
Because I'm an anarchist. So I believe in the universe's law. You get what you give. If you put out negative, then you should expect. It's just for example.
I got a story. Go ahead.
No, you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Boom. On the topic we talking about, it's on Facebook. I think I show you it. Where the fucking dude walk in with his phone out, and if you didn't see it, I'm gonna show you after this show. I'm not lying. Dude walked in, right? Seen this girl with the dude. He come in. Dude damn near like got his chick, so you can see him like pulling out. He coming with the camera. Yeah, caught that ass. Dude get out the bed. She get out. She go her way. Putting clothes on. So now dude with the camera like close to the ball. Boy got up, grabbed his jaw, grabbed a gun, and said, "Back the fuck up." Dude was like, "I ain't scared. You got that gun? I ain't scared. I bet you ain't had that gun." But he kept his fucking distance though. He ain't get close. Boy put his motherfucking pants on. You know what I'm saying? Told boy, yo, back the fuck up, yo. He said, yo, he started getting fucking angry with the camera dude started getting close to him, like, put that gun down. I bet you I knock you the fuck out. You ain't no fucking man. I bet you Boy said, yo, I ain't no fucking fight. I'm telling you, I'm gonna pop your ass. Back the fuck up. He said, what? Put that shit down. Boy said, come closer. He stepped, bah! Right in his motherfucking leg. Crying like a little bitch.
Yeah, now that's justified. That sounds about right.
Crying like a little bitch.
He came in with his phone instead of a weapon. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
you get what you bought with that.
Fuck? What was that? Yeah. Like, what did you have to prove?
No, what I'm saying is, if I open the door and I see y'all, I guess I'm just going to catch premeditated, whatever you're going to call it, because y'all not walking out of there regular.
So
you're going to have a lesson that you're going to tell the motherfucker, if you fuck, don't do it in a nigga house. You got to be careful who you messing with. Not everybody's a walk away motherfucker, because that's just real life. I think the crime should fit the... When you do your homework, too, what you'll find is not everybody that do those crimes serve time for it, because it is called a crime of passion.
But your life is inconvenienced.
Yeah, but...
For at least 2 to 5 years.
Yeah, but...
So you're telling me, you want to sit there in jail.
Sometimes we fall down, but we get up.
More than 3, 4, 5 years.
I'm not agreeing with it. I didn't say it's right. Sometimes we fall down, but we get up. But I'm just saying, when you do certain shit to certain caliber, you should expect. That's the same thing like this. If I walk up to you and slap your kid, what should I fucking expect?
Oh, that's beat.
Okay, so don't fucking petty games nowhere else, dog. Come on, man. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Most parents right now,
fuck the nigga up, hold him down for the popo.
Screw that. Most parents right now is hearing what I'm saying is like, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking peel skin off of that nigga. You goddamn right.
Yeah, because you're fucking lunatic.
So it's the same equivalent. There is nothing you and a partner have went through that should bring that kind of disrespect. You should just not be doing it there. Take it fucking somewhere else. I shouldn't be able to walk in and catch you like that.
You have a point.
And the courts recognize that all across the planet.
You have a point.
All across the planet, be a man or a woman, the courts recognize that fact.
Okay, but guess what? You're what? Guess what? You get that one judge that say, fuck that.
You appeal it. I'm sorry, inconvenient. Sometimes we fall down, but we get up. You appeal it. And there'll be another judge that goes, well, that's fucking insane.
Wow. That is.
Because 99% of people can't just walk away from that.
Well, I'm that 1%.
I think you say that now, Nadi.
Nope.
I think you say that now.
Been there, done that.
I think you say that now. Let you come in with some bread and eggs and shit.
I ain't trying to say no
ready
names.
to play PlayStation with your girl laying down, and you come in and it's a nigga sneaker laying across your PlayStation 3. And you ain't fuck that.
Listen, the only time I ever felt disrespected was when me and the chick knew that it was a situation where though, okay, we not together, but we not gonna disrespect this crib. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all, she probably know what I'm talking about, but me and you probably know too, but me and the chick was living together.
Yeah, but that's an understanding. Wasn't together. That's adult shit. That's
my thing
shit.
She said phone calls was good. Cool. Okay, boom. But it was nobody coming to the crib. Only way she crossed the line was where she had a dude come pick her up and they was going out for the weekend. I was like, okay, wait till I leave and then y'all can do what y'all gotta do. But she wanna be a smart ass and do it while I'm there.
Well, yeah. That's a lot.
So I had to show my ass. You see me?
That's a lot. I was talking about more of a monogamous
I didn't want to
thing.
do it, but it was more. It wasn't that like I'm caring, I love you. It was more of a respect thing. Like you asked me not to do it. You got mad when the bitch dropped me off a block away. But you got this nigga outside waiting to get your bags off the porch and all this fuckery. I'm like, that's mud. Like, nope. But then I caught myself. I said, how? No. Not enough play that. So, yeah, I mean, even I apologize because that ain't how I roll. But I'm more of a thinking man when it comes to those situations because I ain't trying to sit in no jail. For me, that's like stealing a pack of gum.
I hear you, but Naughty,
That domestic shit.
I'm going to say this. You're saying that now in the terms of thinking because you're pre-thinking that scenario.
But the
You dig what I'm
person who
saying?
don't can
But
get caught up.
I'm talking, what you just described for me, I'm imagining you're walking into the house. This is not anything that would be any different from your regular day. And for whatever reason, there's nothing different when you walk through the rest of the house and you walked in your room and saw your woman fuck. No, dog. You're not just going to be like, all right, no, you're not.
I'm gonna be like, boom.
You're going to fucking freak out. This is something you're not
Yo,
prepared for. Your
I'm
brain
fucking
didn't
with
set
her
up
ass.
for it.
I'll probably be peeking like.
You think what I'm saying? Your
I'll
brain.
be like, why she ain't let me do this? Like, oh, probably his jaw probably ain't big as mine. That's why he can't hit it from that way. So, like, she ain't even moaning. Like, he ain't even doing shit.
Oh,
I'm
man,
weird like that.
That's some serious shit. Any story I've ever read where that happens, I always feel for either person that it happens to, be it the man or the woman. And I've read books and seen stories where it happens to both sexes, and I always feel for the person. It doesn't matter what they were doing before. You don't deserve that. I just feel like whatever you want to do, fucking take it somewhere else. But there's certain shit like, you're my friend. If you heard me say to my friend, you don't fuck in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And that has nothing to do with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't fuck in your car. Your car is not for fucking. Don't pull that kind of energy into your car.
Don't fuck in your car?
Because your car will fuck you.
Why you say that?
Think about it. You fuck in your car will fuck you. That's bad luck, dog.
I don't get
That's
that.
not even something somebody told me. That's just something to me with machinery, period. You don't fuck on machinery that does
Explain
other
that to me,
things.
dog. I don't get that one.
All right, just think about it. You ever heard the term ghost in the machine?
Yeah, but I ain't get that one either.
That's a true thing.
never
Electronically,
did.
there's certain things called algorithms that no one can figure out. It just happens. Like in the Matrix. They kept having certain numerical things that they just couldn't solve. It happens for real. So some people call it a ghost in the machine. In other words, the machine has its own spirit for real, for real. It's its own thing.
That's when we go back to the fucking machine is going to take over. Yeah. The machine is going to take over.
Oh my goodness. And when
Done
they
know.
come, you're going to be the first
We
to
just
go.
had a topic about that.
You're going to be the first to go. They're going to come get you first. They're going to say, grab
Shit.
all Rasta, man.
Once it happened,
That's how he feel about the aliens, but
ain't no aliens.
well, that's how he feel.
You don't think it's no
He
aliens?
think
No,
the
sir.
aliens is gonna come and then he gonna be right on their side. Hi.
You don't think it's no
Hi,
aliens?
Joe.
Well,
I
it
think
gotta
it's
be something
aliens.
out there.
And I ain't going to be on their side.
It got.
Yes, he is.
I did see the show y'all talking about aliens too.
He always look
He tried to get me to talk about that shit too.
Listen, I think it's aliens.
Oh, wow.
And I wouldn't be on their side.
Wow.
I wouldn't be on their side.
Why wouldn't you?
Because
I see that.
I wouldn't be, I
Now
wouldn't
he
be on their
looks in
side.
the sky looking for aliens. Like,
For
you
real?
know, he want, like, if they come down, he's one of those people.
I just want to have a drop on them. That's all I'm saying. I want to be one of them people that if they attack or if they show up, I'm like, I told you. That's all. I want to be that nigga y'all think about like, yo, Sess always used to say this shit. I want to be that guy.
See, but no.
Be in the house with you, Naughty, like, boom, I fucking told you. I told you. And
Like,
watch
I'ma
it try to
be-
take over.
Like
I
I'm
told
gonna be
you.
with the computer, the fucking robots. That's just how I'm gonna be. I'm be like, blood clot. What me tell you? Me tell you, say, what date is this? Me tell you, say, fucking March 14th at fucking it was 9 something, but I'm saying it again at 10:51. If they make the fucking machines to grind like them really want them to grind, them I gotta take over. That me say. Remember,
think
I
so.
tell you that.
White people are really clever that make these machines. You know what I see first? Before that, I see some kind of a virus that makes them self-destruct if they go against anything.
Yo, you know what I just sound like? The fucking Grand Theft Auto dude.
On the
Rastafari
news,
said-
on the news, John, yeah.
He's like the rusted machines I gotta take over.
Real
No, he
bad.
said the aliens.
I think
He was talking about the aliens. He said aliens I gotta take over.
I think whoever create the machines or them robots or that software, they're gonna have some kind of kill switch like this that's always on them, and they can push it and it delivers some kind of a virus that just fucks up everything.
Yeah, just
and
like
everything
on
shuts down.
iRobot, they
And-
thought
and-
they had that shit too.
Destruction.
They swore they had that with Ed 209.
Yeah, but
And
think
what
about
he
it though. For they sold us movie magic with that movie. Think about it for real, for real. If you created something that technically intelligent, you don't need to connect physically to it. You're gonna make some kind of something where you can go and shut it down. Let's be logical and real here.
Okay, but what if it don't work?
Why wouldn't it work? That's a simple infrared signal, dog. That's not even something the machine could turn off. It would literally have to know where that thing is and pry it off for it not to work.
I don't know, sis. I don't know.
A kill switch button, or off button?
Yeah, but what if it don't work?
I don't know. I'm not seeing that, man. I'm really not seeing that.
Yeah, like
It would have to rewire itself to bypass that power shut off button.
why not stop? Shut up, Clyde. Stop.
Mm.
See, just like this ain't stopping. That's how the machine's gonna be.
But yeah,
I'm pressing stop, but it not stop.
because it's watching you now. You're talking about it.
I'm sorry,
So
machine. That's
the
what
machine
it
is showing you it's got control of you right now.
Oh shit! They're
And on-
watching me.
And on that note, we're at the
No,
end.
we ain't even talk about that Remy shit. I'm sorry. We
The-
gotta hit that Remy Ma and that
All right, come on.
We
We talking
gotta
about
do
Remy.
it, dog. That fucking whack ass Nikki fucking response. Get the fuck out of here with that. I had
Yo.
to put my Yankee slang on. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yo. At first,
and for me not get to be a tell you yard style. Yo, go ahead from here with that.
yo, I am
whack ass shit, man.
a Remy Ma fan. Not
Straight.
saying I don't like the other artists involved, but I'm a Remy Ma fan. And I would say this. At first, I was all on Remy's side with it, right? But now, I take it back.
What?
I call foul.
Oh wow.
I call foul because at nearly 40 years old, I have been around for some of the most beautiful rap lyrics to have ever been written in battle raps. Dig me?
I hear you. I'm talking about he throw a red flag pun.
No, I call foul. Just hear my point of view. This is my opinion. Did anything that any of these ladies say equate to Tupac's diss track
Yes.
to hit him up?
Yes.
What did any of them
The
say
whole
to anything
Sheeta.
equate?
The whole shit was facts.
No, Sheeta was all right.
Facts.
It was all right.
But it was facts.
It was facts, but it was
That's
all
what
right.
that's what hit him up was.
It
Facts.
was all right. Yeah, but hit him up was just more ferocious. Hit him
It
up was
Tupac.
like,
We talking about Tupac.
listen.
You can't use Tupac aggression against Remy Ma's aggression. You can't compare that.
And I agree.
You
And
can't.
you must be a Tupac fan.
I am a
Yeah,
Tupac
like you
fan.
have to be.
Right, so you
And I'm a
can't
Tupac
compare.
fan too, but you can't compare them. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Like, the whole shit was facts, dog.
There was people that did rap battles way before Tupac.
Yeah, but that's what a
Yeah.
battle is, facts.
Yeah, that's true.
why, like, Nicki
You can't
missed
say
me
that.
with that
You
bullshit
can't
talking
compare
about
that to that.
we make hits and we diss people in them. Miss me with that blow to blood clot. I mean, you're not, you lost. Just take your L and move on. That's all. That's
All
what
right.
Drake did. You know what I mean? When Joe Button bust that ass, people acting like that ain't happened. Joe Bust waxed the floor with that ass. Joe
All
Button.
right.
But they acting like that shit ain't happened because he didn't really want to respond. Because he knew he was going to get his ass whooped. He got punched in the mouth. He went home. Same thing with Remy. Punched Nicki in the mouth. She went home. She tried to get it over her brothers. But now Remy went and got past Poos. And now they going to fuck them up.
Now, who's this bitch talking about? She's, what you call him, sister?
The one that says she, Meek Mill's sister.
Meek Mill's
yeah.
sister. Yeah, now, she was all right. The shit she said, I liked her whole thing. And she did use Pac's hit him up. And that shit was hot.
I feel like
Yeah.
anybody else coming into this that's not Remy or Nicki.
Just try and get on.
Yeah, they...
So what she talking and what she saying doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I feel you. That's true talk. Good point.
You're
Yeah,
just a little side
it's a
story.
it's a like a what they say, the tree, the forest, you hear it way over there,
Yeah.
like the wind blowing, but you don't see it. You
Good
know what I
point.
mean? But the fact that I heard the shit, yo, if they put her in, If they put her in the mix, it's gonna be wow.
Good point.
If she get acknowledged in this shit, boy.
All right, well, then I take back what I was saying and Remy Ma all day.
Because now it's just, now this shit is just bullshit.
You got a point.
Where you come in at? What you got to, where you come in at?
You got a point.
So you're trying to do a come up, like really, where you come from at?
Yeah, but she even say that in there. She say it's an opportunity and you be a fool not to jump on it.
Your opportunity is whack as hell. Try again. Try again.
Yo, you should rap.
So fucking thirsty.
You should rap.
Everybody is so thirsty.
You got a point there too. I'm mad, yo.
She should fucking rap.
Damn.
Listen to her voice. She should rap. She got Tupac's ferocity.
Yeah,
She said,
do.
"Well
She
then,
do.
bitch, you ain't right, bitch."
Guys, people just thirsty these days. Like
See?
when you play that, I'm like, really? Alright, I wasn't even listening because you just much.
Ain't she sexy,
But
y'all? I
it
love
was
to hear her
decent
talk.
though.
No.
It
Why
was
she ain't say all
decent.
that why she ain't come at Nikki when he dumped her brother? You got so much love?
I don't know if she did do that. But then they saying he don't. Boy said he did say a disclaimer like he don't know if that's really Meek Mill's sister.
Well, it don't even no matter who this chick is. This
So
chick,
now,
who was
if
it,
it's
the Lady
not, she
Luck's
really
chick?
a motherfucking
Whoever,
culture
like all
vulture.
these chicks. Where y'all was at? So Remy had to come out and say something. Y'all like, oh yeah, let me get in there. Well, Remy was locked up. I mean, why can't y'all just go ahead and do it?
Good point.
You got a point.
Very
Y'all
good
need
point.
somebody to step up. Y'all couldn't do it. Y'all don't need to be in the game. It's called the rap game.
Mm-hmm. But and then
Word.
and like you say, they need to band together. I did see an interview with Foxy say she like really didn't want to do it. She really thought. She said when she came home, she told Nicki they had a conversation that you know they're gonna put us together. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather us work together. Blah blah blah. But it was subliminal disses.
Wait, did you say Foxy?
I'm sorry. What I say?
Yeah, I'm about to say-
Remy. I'm sorry, not Foxy. Remy and Nicki. Remy said when she come home, they had Remy and Nicki, they talk. Yeah, I mean, they had a conversation. I seen that
Wow.
And
interview.
the conversation was, listen, yo, ma, I'm home. I need some money real quick.
We gonna
You know
do
what
some
I'm saying?
bullshit.
So listen, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we going to get this done.
So you saying it was a Movado and Cartel?
Listen. And they eat
I'm
it.
just saying.
I could go with that.
I'm just saying. Them
I could go with
niggas
that.
ate off of that
And she like, yeah, all
and
right.
still eat.
Bet, Remy, we can do that. Remy
No.
like, yeah, cool.
But it's like
Bet.
Nicki ain't know Remy was going. She hit that hard. Nicki ain't know Remy hit that hard.
Didn't know the can of worms that she was opening up.
Yo,
She thought maybe because
unbelievable.
got record sales and all that's gonna matter.
Like,
In the hood,
and then Nicki
in a rap
dropped
battle, them numbers don't fucking matter. We wanna hear bars.
straight. She dropped 3 songs. Put them on fucking iTunes or whatever. You can't find it on YouTube or none of them.
I wonder what those views are like though.
That it go up because now she about to be
So people bought it.
for the She did the smart thing. I give her
Right,
that.
that's why I ain't hear
I
that
give her
shit.
that. Right,
I
that's
ain't
why we
never
ain't
had
hear
to
it
buy no
because
rap battle.
it
Girl,
ain't no
bye.
fucking battle when you making
Who
a
does
song.
that?
You know what she
it
did?
ain't no fucking.
She did what LL did to Cameron.
What he do? Cause
I
that
love
one I missed.
Cameron actually killed L.
No.
But you know how L killed Cameron? L could get his shit to play
you
all
mean
day, every
Cannabis?
day. Cannabis, my bad. Cannabis.
Hey, cause I'm like Cameron.
Yeah.
You missed me.
I'm sorry, no, because he looked like him.
He actually killed him lyrically, yo.
He
But
did.
L
He
got
did.
the chance
He
to
had
get his
certain
shit to play
joints
everywhere.
here and there.
Listen,
He had
no,
certain joints
okay,
here and
wait,
there.
hold up, wait.
He said, "Robbie."
Cannabis fucking murked him.
Yes, he did. He
But-
said, "Robbie, for you." What he say? Take that mic off your arm in
But-
front of your mom. Your first, second, and third bar. What?
No,
Yeah,
all
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
all right, I'm
He
sorry.
ate him up.
But
Go ahead now.
And
you
even the
hear-
rebuttal after that was hot.
did you hear "Can I Bust" by LL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he.
That was wicked.
Yeah, but Cannabis did answer
It
that.
was a fight to me.
Cannabis did answer that
To
though.
me, it was no winner because it was like 2 niggas stood up and
Can I
brawl.
Bust? LL came back with them lyrics, but then
Yes.
he also came back and crushed them with, do you know who
You talking
to?
to right?
Hello. That's what
He
I'm
made it
talking
that
about.
he made it
made
that
him know.
Came back like,
He
yo,
made him
little
know.
nigga,
I'm
all
the
right,
Right, get it
gladiator.
right. And I
this is what I do.
this is what I
This
do.
what
That
I
is
came
true.
to do.
That's
Can't
true.
do it.
That's true.
Stop playing games.
Straight.
That's true.
I'm the bigger gladiator.
No, I'm not
That's
going
what he
front.
made
That
me
is
know.
what he did because he
said,
crushed
I
him.
respect you a gladiator, but I'm a bigger motherfucker.
Yeah, he did, because that's what he
I've
did.
Been here,
He
and this
crushed
is
him with the
fuck I
lyrics, but he
do.
also crushed him with the game. He said, "I'm gonna crush you and I'm gonna shut you up too." Because Cannabis did make a rebuttal, which was really hot, but
Oh,
L
yeah.
had crushed him. You couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear his rebuttal, but he did make a rebuttal. He
Yeah,
did
but
answer it.
It was.
But
stumped
L
out
admitted
by-
that you couldn't even hear him.
Yeah,
You
it
couldn't
was
even
like,
hear him.
Ken Out Bus was just like wow.
Cause at
Like,
that time,
I still play that to this day.
cause
To
at that
Ross.
time, I'm about to, damn. Then at that time, wasn't nobody expecting L to come back, cause everybody.
No,
thought he
son.
all,
No, man. You're right.
He
You're right.
all mashed up, cause he all who do you
Yeah,
love?
yeah.
You're
You know what
right.
I'm saying? He
You're
loved
right.
it
You're
down.
so right. You're so right.
Don't sleep on people, man.
Yup. And then that's when I'm not gonna lie, that shit opened to my eyes to his previous battles. Like it made me understand about Jack the Ripper. I never knew what that shit was about. I just felt like it was some live shit.
Wasn't
I was following
originally
it,
a
but-
battle rapper?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said when he
That
came
may say.
back with
That's
that,
why. Yeah, that's why it made me go back and look at his history. Like, yo, he been crushing niggas for a minute. Blood Clot, Cool Mo D.
Yes.
Who the next one?
Greatest
Ice
people.
T.
So do y'all believe, honestly, that the thing going on with the ladies is to those calibers right now? Is those caliber right now to
I
y'all?
can't say to that caliber
I mean,
because
it
now
can
it's getting
be,
watered down,
kinda,
but it did start off like that.
It can be kind of, but then I don't know because I don't know no rap battles that be on iTunes. You gotta buy the shit.
That's
to
what I'm
listen
saying.
to
It's
it.
getting watered
You
down now.
answering 3 weeks later and shit, so you had to get your team. Y'all had to get your right
Yeah.
name up or whatever.
You got your team and still got beat
where
the
they
fuck
do
up.
that at? Usually Remy will drop hers, and then the next day or 2 days we hearing, oh, you hear
I
that?
agree.
It's
I
buzzing.
agree.
It's
That's
buzzing.
for the audience. That's for free.
Straight.
right.
And she put the spin on it by selling it. I agree. I agree.
Like what?
And that's why I say, like Charlamagne said, he didn't like the fact that Remy Ma dropped another one because it's kind of covering the Sheetha. He's like, I don't want people to get distracted by that because
Right, I
she
agree.
fucking
should've just,
bodied her.
Right, you ain't you
know what I'm saying?
already. You know what I'm saying?
So it made me listen to another one again.
Mhm.
And she said in the beginning, y'all, you must didn't know that I'm a savage. Something about I be kicking dead bitches. I kick a dead horse till it don't move. Like, she fucking beyond. Like, she bodied her, digged her up, and then fucking stabbed
But
the
see,
course
you know
up.
what's funny, and this is in dancehall too. Popularity rules.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not skill.
Nikki,
But
even
it's-
though she ain't got,
It's not working. I
But-
looked on YouTube, and she got her Nikki stands. I agree with you
from
with
what
that.
I'm hearing, the majority of people like, yeah, but still Nikki.
That's because he ran into the stands. But go on YouTube and watch most of the reactions. There's people that's biased. They like, what? Come on, man. What the fuck? And it's girls, it's guys. I was like, wow. Like, you ran into the stands, I ran into the other ones.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I knew that the stands was out there, but I'm like, God damn, are they really out there? But now I'm hearing you, so they really out there. Yeah, but it's a lot of people like, you miss me with that shit, Nikki. What the fuck is this? Like, and I gotta buy this shit on you.
If we
on
talking about Stan from
iTunes.
Eminem,
Yeah.
that's what you
Stands
call
is
I like that.
yeah.
I like
They
that.
call
I
them
like
stands.
that. All right.
Yeah.
That's a new shit, I guess. Huh?
Mm,
Try,
yeah. You know, he's a Rasta. Me just catch
Try
on
it
to it like
again.
early this year.
try again.
Yeah.
That's a new one on me. Anyway, Remy just need to chill. She did what she did. Just let it play itself out. Nikki has a way of always sticking her foot in her mouth.
Always. Yep.
Mm.
And Remy did say on the that podcast she did, she said, I'm done with it. I ain't really gonna say too much, you know, unless she, you know what I mean. But she said I said really what I had to say. She said she one of them chicks. That's what she do.
I bet you she won't go on no stage and see Remy Ma nowhere and call her out like she did fucking
Tell her, no, not tell her, the other one.
Miley Cyrus, though.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
Hannah
I bet you
Montana, yeah,
I
she
bet
is.
you that.
She
I
don't
bet you
do
she
that,
won't
no.
call Remy Ma out the way she
Nah.
called out fucking
I
Hannah
can't wait till the
Montana.
next awards. What's
And you
the
know
next
what?
awards?
What's good, Remy?
Yo,
What's good?
Hannah should get cool with Remy Ma.
What's up, son?
Hannah and Remy Ma should go to the next award things together. And Hannah should just sit there on the camera
Say that
like
again,
this
Sess.
when the camera come around.
Say that again.
Hannah and Remy Ma should become good friends and go to the next award
Yeah,
show
straight,
together.
straight.
Shit, who said they ain't?
And when
It's like, girl, you count high.
And-
Yeah.
Real rap. And when what you call them walk by, she just stand up like, now what, bitch?
Yeah.
Say something now.
Say something now.
I'll fucking sick Remy Ma your ass, bitch. Say something now.
Straight. That should happen. That definitely should happen, man.
Real rap.
Definitely.
Yeah, I get Remy Ma to hit you like a wrecking ball, bitch. Say something now.
And don't make me hit you. Make me hit you with another one, bitch.
And I'm getting these Disney checks, cause ain't none of y'all getting paid like that, bitch. For real, for real.
Oh, Hannah.
Hannah.
She done with Disney.
Hannah, listen.
Oh, but she gonna keep collecting checks, yeah.
Okay.
I forget
And
about
Hannah
that.
made so much money with Disney,
I
dog.
forget about that.
Listen. She made so much money with Disney. I don't even think she began to spend Disney money yet.
You think?
Hannah Montana, dog. She on everything, dog. Listen, they bought back lunchboxes to put her on them.
You ain't lying.
Think about that.
You got
They
to be
bought
fair.
back lunchboxes into circulation and popularity to put her on them.
True. Yeah.
The bitch getting paid.
Because I did see a pickup in lunchboxes a couple years ago.
Who? The Awesome Twins. When's the last time them bitches worked?
Oh man.
Yo, you
And
see
they
them
get
lately?
paid.
You see them lately?
Yes.
Yo.
They look really like old.
Yes.
kids.
Because all they get to
Old
do is
meth heads.
they get to be home and just get high. They home all day
sad,
getting
though.
fucked up. And
It's
they
sad.
All that money they
listen,
work. You
they
know what?
they still
sad.
spending. Listen, they ain't even spending their movie money yet. They still spending Full House money.
Straight.
For real.
Yup.
For real, it's crazy.
But it's
Real
like I
rap.
grew up with them, man. It's like
Right.
a old time friend,
But it's
and they
not
look
a shame.
sad.
Look how old we is, and like you said, we grew up with them. So imagine how many working hours they
Yeah.
done put in.
Yeah.
So much where they
I
can
thought
just
about
sit
that
back
too.
and
They
just-
stress.
All they
out.
do is
They
get high.
just,
They just, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna die just like
Yeah.
that, or I'm gonna fucking die.
yeah, they don't
Pipe
give
in my
a fuck.
mouth.
Like it is what it is.
Sorry, Keith.
Like it's like how much more money can I make? How much more fucking mansions can I buy in cars?
Yo.
I mean, from
Do-
babies though.
Do you know some of these people that we
Even with
talking
the
about?
parents still in the first chunk of the money.
Right?
They still good.
Some of these people we talking about is so rich that they could afford to give every man, woman, and child in America $1 million and still be rich.
Say why?
There are some people we talking about. Some of these rich people, they are so rich that they could afford to give every man, woman, and child in America $1 million and still be
And
rich,
still be, yeah.
and still be filthy
Yeah.
rich.
You know, it's Tupac said that.
Look at Bill Gates' money.
Yeah, Tupac said that. I remember that shit.
Bill Gates could clear up everybody's shit and be cool and still be rich.
Yo, but they don't want that.
No, I
It's the
mean,
power. The power
you
gets
couldn't
that
do that.
motherfucker
Other rich
early.
people will kill you. You crazy? Other rich people will kill the shit out of you.
Yep. It's like, and then it's like everybody not ready for that level. That's
That's
a whole.
true.
That's a whole. I mean, a whole nother subject. But yeah, there's a lot to go with that, having that money and that power and shit. Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, that's why a lot of people get killed off because they get up in them levels and they don't know how to handle themselves.
Could you imagine what that would be like, though? Imagine if somebody really did that. Somebody just said, you know what? I'm going to give every American $1 million.
But then everything will go up. Prices gonna go up because stores gonna want a piece
Yeah,
of
it
that.
would. It would crash the
prices-
economy.
No,
Fucking everything.
no. The economy will be booming. 'Cause
It will
people be-
boom?
People will be spending more. So
I
prices not going to
understand.
go up. People are going to be spending more. That's why income taxes, that time they use that money to try to thrive. When you get your income taxes, people usually spend that money.
Yeah, back in the economy.
Right. They just put it right back.
Yeah.
When they was giving out all them rebates, some people spent that money right back into the economy.
So that wouldn't cause everything to like skyrocket in price? I would have thought that too. I would have thought it made...
Certain things where everything else would.
I think so because they gonna want a piece of that. People that didn't get it, like stores,
Especially
Stores are going to get it
companies.
because people are going to spend.
spend that money.
I understand
It's
that, but
true.
what I'm saying, they gonna want like
Stuff like
a
real
bigger
estate
chunk
is going
of
to
it.
go. Real
'Cause
estate and stuff
it's
like
like,
that.
say,
going to go off.
Say like if I know I'm the only one that got this, you know what I mean?
The only one that got what? $1
Say
million?
like yeah, like say say if you want to buy a couch, and I'm the only one that got this model, and I know you want this model.
Not this day and age. That ain't possible.
That's true.
I ain't talking about this day and age, just in
No,
scenario.
we being. I don't
In
talk.
scenario.
I talk realistic.
You
so
talk-
you can't
alright.
talk to me in
We talking in
Google
scenario. It's not Google la
What would
la.
you say?
What
Reality.
you saying is Google
No,
la
it's- it's
Because
a
if you ain't got it, I'm
scenario.
going to Amazon. I'm going to Wish. I'm going. You can get it wherever. Matter of fact, if I got $1 million and you ain't got it, I'm going to get somebody to make it for me. How about that? The finest material.
What if
you
nobody
can
can't
find.
make this model?
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna get an invitation.
Dreaming.
You gonna get an invitation.
No, she got you there, buddy. There's always a fabricator at home that be like, I can make one of those.
It's true. You got a point there, but still, can I get my scenario though? She
Go
gonna
ahead.
get my
Go ahead,
scenario.
go ahead. Let me hear your scenario.
How the price is gonna rise because if I know that you want this product that I got and I know I'm the only one that got it, you gotta come to me. I'ma say, all right. So even if my competitor got it, he run out. Okay, y'all was fucking with him and now y'all want to come to me because now he ran out and I got it. I'm boosting this bitch up $5. It was $9.99, now it's $14.99. God damn it, plus tax.
And you got some people say, you know what? I'll just wait till Charles get it back in.
Okay, well wait.
I got $1 million.
But I'm gonna make my extra $5 in the meantime, and then when he stock up, I'll put the price back. I even go cheaper then because I already done bid it off y'all motherfuckers buying the extra $5.
You know what, Natty? I got $1 million. I'm just gonna tell somebody to come kill you, so I don't even have to worry about that. How about that?
Bullshit.
I'm just joking. Do some Illuminati shit. You say,
That's
you know
some
what?
bullshit.
You know that naughty guy? Get rid of him.
Like yeah, he always got a.
He's always got a
asshole
fucking
or
problem.
fucking-
Get rid of him. He's got to go.
I'm always called the asshole.
We got to deal with him like Kennedy. He's got to go. But no, what they say, D, there's a turd in the punch bowl. There's a turd in the punch bowl.
Mr. fucking debater. I don't give a fuck if I'm right or wrong. It's a goddamn scenario. I just want to hear a motherfucking answer. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear your answer. Like, how do you think? I want to hear your method.
Well, I don't know shit
Yeah, I mean,
like that. 'Cause
it's like a puzzle.
I don't think in La La Land, so I can't give La La answers.
But that's not La La Land. That's
It is,
scenario.
'cause
That's
that would never,
that's
ever
without you
happen.
thinking of these times.
Please, do you know China?
China. Yeah, I know
Oh,
China.
okay.
She used to
All right
wrestle.
then.
China used to wrestle.
China, hello, what's up? I need that I need that couch and he ain't got. You got
So
me?
you gonna pay an extra anyway for shipping and handling.
Hey.
When I got it right.
Oh, yeah,
here.
but China's going to make one. China going to say, you want we make a one.
But it's gonna break. Mine's gonna last about 7
No, no,
years.
no, no.
That's gonna
No,
break
no.
and forth.
We'll not break. You spend our money, we make a one.
I got them tell you. Them lying to you.
No, 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 no. Made in China,
Them
we
just
make
want your
for
money.
you.
They want your money.
We make it for you.
You want couch like Natty? We make right now 10 minutes. You come get we serve to you $5 extra. And I love Chinese people. I love all my Asians. Don't think I'm making a joke. It's just I'm being funny how we chat. And don't act like y'all make fun of how we talk. Shit.
She's bad.
God damn it.
All right, now
what?
with that said, I'm
watch
going to
the-
close out the show for the evening.
I want to see that.
I'm going to close out the show for the evening.
Yeah, good night, people.
This is the Sess Video Show.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yes, thanks for joining us. As we talked about the book 1984, check it out. The Alchemist, check it out. You can get those audiobooks on YouTube. Just type in The Alchemist audiobooks or 1984.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, you'll enjoy it.
And check out the Sess Video Show live on Natty Nuclear Facebook page. Yeah, I mean, they banned me right now, but I'll be back. I'll be back. It's NOTTINUCLEAR. And you can check out my music on Sess Videos page. Yeah, I mean, I got the whole CD on there.
They
some
banned
videos.
Naughty for showing his wang.
I lie.
He showed his wang on his
I
Facebook page, and they said,
lie.
"Oh no, this guy's got to go."
My camera too small, it not
Yeah.
fit, so
Yeah, you
can't
hear that?
do them thing there.
Yeah. But thanks for joining us on the Sess Video Show. This
Yeah.
is Sess Video, Naughty Nuclear, Mad Dancer,
Shout out
aka
to Brother
Khadijah
Kurt.
Get-
And
yeah,
peace.
yeah.
Shout out to fucking everybody.
I know,
watched
man.
the show.
Fuck them. They didn't make tonight.
Well,
Did
it's
a little
snowy
snowfall
day,
on the
man.
ground.
It's snowing.
A little
man.
3-4 feet of snow. They can't trek through the snow. Little 3-4 feet of snow.
Kurt, you hear this shit?
So what? It stopped the bus
I
from
can-
running.
I can
So
see
so
Ant.
what? Airplanes couldn't take
I
off.
can see Ant because he right around the corner, but Kurt, he got to come all the way from over across town there.
No, I'm talking shit, man.
Yeah. No, fuck that, Kurt. Get your. You know what?
6K views.
Respect. Shout out to Matt Dancer in the building, the voice of reason, so called.
Yes, it is the voice of reason.
Yeah, she took my place today. She was angry today. I don't know why she was.
No,
was
she
angry.
had serious. Yeah, she had both of y'all spirit in there today. That's what it was.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? You don't even
Nothing.
remember. That's how you was so in a trance today.
Nothing, baby.
Yeah.
Because
Nothing,
y'all
baby.
pissed me off with
No,
this.
I'm
You
gonna
was
tell
saying.
him. No, look, you was Kurt and you was two Kurts today. You was Sess and brother Kurt, serious Kurt today.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
y'all
was serious D's today.
Yeah, because y'all was tripping in here.
We was tripping. It's a man show. What you
Y'all
expect?
wasn't even making no. That's why, because y'all wasn't making no sense.
Oh, and as a matter of fact, before
We
I
always
forget,
make sense.
her show is coming soon. She's putting together her own shit, so she
Yeah,
gonna have her
I
own
can't
little
wait
session.
to be on her show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a guest. She's gonna have her
Oh,
own little
God.
thing where she talking.
I'm
her.
sitting in the background. Every blood class show.
He's
Everyone
not
I can make.
invited, so he
Yes,
don't
I ain't
get
invited,
to
so
go.
I see I'm gonna have to bomb it, just like I do a photo.
Right, I'm gonna come on her show and be difficult.
Straight, Sess.
Anything she say, do you believe? I'm gonna say no.
No.
I don't believe because hell no. And what?
Right.
You
Because
better
women
have-
are
you
stupid.
better have something
Women
to back
are
it up.
stupid.
You better not be
And
in La
and
La Land
we
on the show.
and
I'm
men
gonna use
always
woman
wanna
logic.
give us their money.
I'm going to use woman logic. The logic that I use to back it up is because I said so. That's woman logic.
Straight.
Some things is just
Shit.
like that too.
There you go.
Oh wow.
So join us next week, Tuesday on the Sess Video Show. I do have a pre-show that I did. I will upload that so you can check them all out. I'm gonna be hitting it on SoundCloud soon too, people. So get with that.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm doing it. It's people sending in some questions and shit too. So pretty soon I'm gonna be doing a question answering segment where I just answer certain
That's gonna
shit
be
people
live.
ask me.
That's gonna be crazy.
Somebody else asked me about streaming live on my YouTube. I got some white boys that check out my shit. And so
Yo, I am
you know.
getting a lot of requests from the Caucasian type. Yeah.
That's a good thing, dog. That's a
Respect,
good thing.
yo,
There's some
respect.
people out there that
It's
don't
just
get
that
the
you
shit
know
to
what it
spread
is.
a
A
little
lot of
bit.
them don't have no
You're
photos.
just getting requests from people.
No, well, but you know, say I ain't gonna like this. I'm saying like they're a whole different, but I'm not used to getting the Caucasian persuasion friend requests. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
No, that was racist, buddy.
It's not racist.
That was
it's
racist.
truthful.
What kind of Rasta man are you?
I'm
Wish y'all
truthful,
close
brother.
out the show. Y'all keep closing it out and talking.
Yes, the Sess
So-
Video Shows and
Wait, I wanna wait. Hold
I'm
on.
out.